Hello designers! Today's video features idea number 28 from my guide, 50 ideas for creating income with graphic design. Say that 5 times fast. You can get that for free at my website. The link is below. Oh, how people love their throw pillows. It is such an easy and cost-effective way to change up the look of a room without making major alterations to anything. Now, because of print-on-demand sites like Redbubble, Vistaprint, Zazzle, it is so easy to design and produce your own throw pillows. You can make these for friends, for family, for customers, for clients. Today, we're gonna use Zazzle. I'm gonna show you how to make 3 totally different styles, and you'll see how easy and fun it is to create your own throw pillows. So, come on. We're in Zazzle. Come up to the left with me and scroll down, Design with Products. Let's go to Home and Personal Care. You can click on that. Home Decor. And there we go. The pillow is your first thing because pillows are popular. So click on this pillow. And the first thing we're gonna do, now, Zazzle's great because you don't have to have an account to buy something. So when we're done, you can either add it to your cart, or the other option is to start your own store, which I highly recommend. So we're gonna add an image, and I love Zazzle because I can just go over here. The first pillow we're gonna make is a tie-dye pillow. Very popular right now, very good for kids and tweens. And so I'm gonna drag my art directly in there. This piece of art I found on VectEasy. I will link to that below. And it's nice and large. So I'm gonna hit fill, and I'm not gonna get any warning signs. If your art is too small, Zazzle's gonna give you a little yellow exclamation mark, and it's gonna say, this is too big. This is not big enough, you cannot use it. And in that case, you either need to get another piece of art or use your art in a different way. Sometimes I cheat and I bring things into Photoshop and size them up. You can only do that if you have a little bit of leeway. Now I want my wave to be in the center, so I'm gonna go over to the rotate button on the left here. I'm gonna click on rotate, and I'm gonna kind of go all the way around. I like this. I kind of want this to be here, but I'm gonna need to fill up this space. So let's see. I think my artwork is big enough. I can go up a little bit more. And I can even use my align key up here, and to the artboard I can go all the way to the right and the top, just making sure. Except I'm gonna need that bleed. I just want some extra bleed on there. I wanna fill the whole artboard. So I like this. This is good. You got your spiral, and look at your preview. I think that looks great. Now I noticed, you can get a lot of sayings like, good vibes or keep it cool or whatever. So we're gonna do good vibes, but unlike any just home store you could go into and buy something that says good vibes on it, we're gonna customize it. So hit the text button, hit add text, and we're gonna write good vibes for, who do we wanna make our good vibes for? For Taylor. Okay, so we'll hit okay. And I definitely want my font to be white, so hit color and just white. And I definitely want like kind of a groovy looking font. And I also want it to be, you have all of these font styles. I want mine to be distressed. Since the tie-dye already has kind of a distressed texture, I want it to feel a little, fabric-y is not the word, but a little more screen printed than the 4-color printing process that they use. So I spend a ton of time, probably too much time, trying to find the exact right font. And a lot of these are just great. So it just sort of depends on your mood. I'm gonna use one called, I think, sometimes you can't look at the name because the name is like Gatekeeper or Horse Fook. I don't know what that means. It's like really creepy or strange or something. So I've got good vibes for Taylor, and I want to use I'm gonna click on my preview to get rid of that. And I'm gonna click off that. You can just click anywhere on the page to get the fonts panel to go away. On your left, hit more options. Oh, I gotta click on my font again. And under curvature, we're gonna do, let me make sure this font is big enough. Yeah. Under curvature, we're gonna do all, I think, okay, well, obviously 1 is too far. Oh, 0.9 looks pretty good. And I want her name to kind of, we're gonna use, see this rotate button comes up and you just put your mouse or finger, your trackpad on it. And I want it to kind of follow the circle we already have going here. It doesn't have to be exact. I mean, it should be a little loosey-goosey. It is tie-dye after all. Good vibes for I may have to move my art again. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I like that, except for I want her name to be on top. So I'm gonna take her or his name. Taylor's a great gender neutral name. So let's flip this back again to like right here. Cool. I do want to keep saying groovy. I'm sure a lot of you probably might have never heard the word groovy before. Okay, so now let's rotate this again. Yeah, that's good. So now we can see more of all the type. And I think this is gonna print like really cool. Oh, I love it, you guys. Look at that. So cute. I think I might scooch it up just a little bit. Just gonna move this just a little bit and I can just keep an eye on my preview. Yes, I love it. Click on your art and hit Command C for copy. And then come all the way to the bottom left with me and click on layers. And we're gonna go to the back. This is the other thing I love about Zazzle pillows is you can do something totally cool on the back too. It feels just like a store. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna hit background, add, and I'm gonna use, you hit this plus sign and then it'll give you a dropper. And I'm gonna do one of these deep purple colors. Gorgeous. And then you can just delete the art back there. Go back down to layers, and there you go. And let's just click, go back to the bottom right, click on our preview real quick. And there, perfect. I love it. And then the great thing is you come up to the top right and hit done. And then you can either sell it or you can add it to your cart, just buy it. No obligations whatsoever, but you know, if you sell it, you never know. Somebody might also want a tie-dye pillow if that's your thing, which that'd be a cool thing to have. Okay, let's go from groovy 1970s inspired fabric to the French countryside. Back on our pillow page, let's do your image here. Let's create a new pillow. Now, for this French country / farmhousey vintage shabby chic kind of theme, I went to Wiki Commons. Is a great place to get vintage art because there's so much royalty-free, copyright-free art that you can use there. And generally, you know, great botanical illustrations. There's great like vintage wallpaper from like the 1800s that you can use. There are a lot of creative ideas you can use. And so I found this great piece of art that I'm going to drag over. This is a very large piece of art. That's the other thing too, is always make sure it's high enough resolution if you're going to do, I think the pillows wind up being about 16 by 16 inches. So that's pretty high. And this piece I found, I think I was searching for French vintage wallpaper. I think it's from the 1800s. It's beautiful. There it is. Isn't that lovely? Now, a lot of times I would go into Photoshop and maybe change up the image. I'm not doing a thing to this. I do have to be mindful of these borders. I'm not in the mood to put those in, but let's hit fill. And what I love about this is I want to put a custom name on here. The whole point of the Zazzle is that you can customize it. I'm not walking into a retail store and just purchasing something. Like I actually have something that's unique that no one else has because it has my name on it, or a logo if you're a business. But this is definitely, I think, for like mom or, you know, your house in the French countryside, of course. So let's scale. I think I'm getting most of this. I don't think I need to scale up anymore. Yeah, that looks really nice. And I want this gap here because we're going to put a name in there. But first, we're going to do something that's also very popular on Zazzle. We are going to hit your text box over here. We're going to add text and we're going to add a W. We're going to do a monogram. And for this font, I'm also going to do a distress font like we did in the last pillow, but for sort of a different reason. Again, what I like about the distress is it does sort of give you that feeling of screen printing, and the distress, since this is sort of a vintage inspired piece, also good. Chic Decay. And we're going to make this, we're going to make it white for now, but I'm not going to stay with the white. But let's size it up. So go to size, and it says 115. Let's just add a 1 to that. 1115. It's going to be huge. So there's our W. Oh yeah, I love it. Now see, again, you always have to pay attention. You can't just design in here. What I love about Zazzle having previews is it's always good if you have the opportunity as a designer to design in your environment. And so the preview allows you to do that. So that feels fine. I wouldn't want to go any bigger with the W, but I don't, the white seems too stark to me. So let's come over here, grab this eyedropper down here, and let's try to find a really light, actually, let's use our side piece for the cream. That's still a little too dark. Like I can tell in my preview, I can't really pick it. So I go to custom color picker and I just drag my little black dot. I don't want to go all the way to white. I just want to go close. Yeah, that just feels nicer. It's just a little tweak, but it's not going to be so bright, stark white, you know, in your face. So I like that a lot. And now come back to the left, add text again, and we're going to put Winifred because I just like that name. And that's way too big. So let's just try to do 200 for a second, try to fit it all in there. Now this happens to me sometimes in Zazzle. I don't remember it happening all the time though. Come to the bottom left with me and click on layers, find your Winifred and go to align, and let's tell the computer, move it to the middle, please. There you go. And let's use the scale tool, scale this up. You can't really see it. So let's pick the color for this. I want one of these deep blues. So back to color, back to the eyedropper. Come and get one of these, not too dark, but one of these kind of deep blues in the flowers. I want it to be a little dustier. Another big trend right now, dusty, dusty blue, which I love because it reminds me of denim. Let's click in here. Yeah, that's nicer. Not quite so like dark navy, but just like a dark dusty blue. And I'm gonna change the chic display. I can't really see it as well. So let's go back to distressed. And this is called, oh, selfish. Again, not sure why. So cute. Let's go up. I'm always like using the scale tool because just if you're already at 242 points and you're doing 1 point at a time, it's going to take you forever. So look, we've already gone up to 292. We've added 50 points with 2 clicks. I'm going to kind of move this in here. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, it's too big now. Take it down. Okay, let's click on the big preview. Yes, I love it. Is that gorgeous? Okay, now let's do something fun on the back. So we have our blue and our cream, and let's click on back, text and images. Now for the background, hit add, and then Zazzle will give you recently used colors. So you can just click on that dusty blue we picked, and then come over to elements right next door and click on the line. And now we're gonna use our rotate tool. Let's make some stripes. We're gonna have to drag to resize this. And when we go to border color, we can also go to recently used colors, and I'm gonna pick the darker of those two, our little cream. And now I'm gonna do Command C for copy and Command V for paste. You won't see them necessarily, so that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm gonna drag the top one over here to the edge of my blue box. And this one, another one over here. Now Command All is gonna select all of them. And this is where the Align tool shines. Come up to Align. Let's center them all to the artboard, or sorry, a layers line to the middle, not center. And then to the selection, I wanna distribute them. You can see how the lines are. They're gonna distribute all our lines horizontally. Ta-da! Oh, it's so cute. Look at this. So now if you know me at all, I love a mixed print. So I love the floral on the front, the stripes on the back. Is that gorgeous? Yes. Okay, let's change lanes completely. Let's turn it around 360, 180. I never know the difference. And we're gonna do a pillow. Our third pillow is gonna be for a boy's room. Back for more. We're back on the pillow page. Let's do one more blank pillow. Now, designers often overlook little boys. I have a boy and a girl, and I can tell you there are more birthday invitations. There's more clothes. There's more room decor. There's everything for little girls because little girls are so easy. It's princesses and unicorns and all these beautiful pastels, and boys can be a little trickier. And it's, you know, a lot of people think it's not as fun to do a dinosaur blue or everything's navy blue, you'll start to notice. But we are going to do a pillow for a boy's room, and we're going to make it baseball themed. And I'm going to go over, I found this cute baseball on Vecteezy, and I decided I brought it into Illustrator and I changed it a little bit because I had an idea of exactly what I wanted. You could just use a baseball if you wanted to. You don't have to get as fancy as we're going to get, but I want to give you guys ideas. And I can see in my preview tool right here, I've got to scale this down. It's just way too big because I want to put some stripes on this one too, but on the front. And let's use the Align tool to center this to the artboard. Very good. Now see how small it looks in this frame, but really on the pillow, it is filling it up. So that's a good size. And then I'm going to come up to the text box. Let's add some text. I love, when I'm selling things, I love 6-letter names. 6-letter names are my favorite. And you can see we're not doing the distressed on this one because that one really doesn't work. So let's go to serif, and Rocket Black is a good sports themed font. You can use this for almost any sport. It feels at home, and it's just a little big. So I'm gonna come down just a little. I have to cheat it to the side, and let's make it white, real white, not our cream. And now we're going to use our curve tool again to follow the curve of this banner at the bottom. So down at curvature, oops, wrong way. Oh, no. We're not going to need a lot. And you've got the stars to kind of guide you on this particular design. And this time I am going to use the font tool. So under size, I'm just going to tick it down just a little bit. Keep going. Oh, wait, too much. It didn't, I was rushing. So somewhere between 80 and 100, right? We're right at about 93 for that. So cute. Now let's use the same technique we used last time. First, let's go to layers. I want to, even though my background is going to be white, I want to put it in because I don't want to stare at the screen. And I'm going to go back to elements again. And this time, instead of a line, we're going to do a rectangle. And we're going to do no border. And for fill color, I'm going to do this kind of navy. And then we're just going to make a stripe like this. And let's pull it all the way down past the blue box. I had to do this a couple times, you guys, because the stripe was just too wide. So copy and paste that, Command C, Command V. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be 5 total. Now I can't select all this time, so come down to layers You can, and I'm on the first rectangle and I can hold my shift key down and select all of them, all 5. Align, we'll do artboard and even space horizontally. There we go. That's pretty good. I wish they were a little bit thicker though. So it's kind of hard to size them as a group. I'm gonna get rid of this and I'm gonna cheat this just a little bit. Okay, let's make it just a little bit wider. That's good. Okay, let's copy and paste again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and select all these. Back up to align. There we go. That feels like a baseball stripe to me. And let's go ahead and group these. And here's another fun thing. So over in the layers, just click on your group and move it to the back. And there we go. So let's look at the front of our cute, cute pillow. I love it. I think that's so cute for a boy's room. So easy to change the color of the stripes too. Okay, now I thought what would be fun to do is I found this leather sort of texture in Pixabay, I think. I'll link to that below too. It's going to take a second to load because again, it's a big piece of art so that we know it's going to print well. But I thought since we're doing a baseball scene, let's do like the texture of a mitt to kind of give it just a little more baseball flair. Again, the thing I love about pillows is you really get 2 designs in one, and that's something to think about when designing as well. Can I offer like night and day or different seasons on the same pillow? The possibilities are endless. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit fill and then let's go to our preview. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. How many times am I gonna say how cute is that? Probably a lot, because that is stinking cute. Look at that. I hope that was fun for you. I love making stuff like this. The ideas are limitless for throw pillows. I mean, it's so great. And the best part about print on demand is that you can customize them. So no one's just walking into a home goods store. They have their own pillow. It means something to them. Links to every place I've ever been in my life, or at least where I am right now, are below. Subscribe, like the video, sign up for my email list, and let me know what else you want to learn. I am Christy Kelly, and thank you for coming to design with me.